My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm reviewing, and I'm going to f this up, Ebony Fume. Yes, the French pronunciation's like murder. This is 178 for 50. Really pleased we got something about this price because some of them have been crazy priced. That peach one was crazy, and yeah. And I also hope this is going back to traditional, really good Tom Ford fragrances. That's kind of what I'm really hoping for. The notes are Palo Santo. I don't know what that is. Black pepper, rose, neo absolute. I don't know what that is. Neo absolute. So first off, the coloring is red, 4, and violet and yellow. So 3 colorants make that. From the color and name, I'm expecting photonic smokiness, woody, projecting. I really hope it's good. I love Tom Ford. I used to love Tom Ford, and I kind of want it to be fantastic. So I have a lot of hope for this. Do we have our bottles of Tom Ford Ebony Fume? Are we engaged with our higher self? Let's get testing. This reminds me of initially, but I'm going to let it dry down. Okay, so initially it reminded me of a fragrance that I smelled years ago, which was London, and another one. That Santal, no, it's, yeah, that one and that Santal blush. That's kind of what it reminds me of, to be honest. So what you're smelling is the black pepper, the glackwood, sandalwood. This is wood-based, really wood-based, and there is a massive similarity to the Santal blush, but that one I thought had no longevity on me at all. I remember spraying it and it was gone. It just had nothing on it at all. So this is like an amped up version of it. Absolutely Isoe Super based. With wood-based fragrances, you would use Isoe Super because it's just, it lends itself to that more ambery wood. This contains 2 of my favorite sort of raw materials, which is the Norlimbinol. It's kind of what this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. The Norlimbinol and the Jarvanol, they're 2. Jarvanol is a beautiful raw material. It's very expensive. Norlimbinol is really expensive as well. The isomer to Norlimbinol is Timberol, and Norlimbinol has more projection, actually. So these woods are aiding in that sort of projection. I would summarize this as a sort of a really good smoky wood, accord, cedar, and the sort of the beta ionones having to dry out. This is dry, woody, smoky. It's not really radiant off my skin. A bit gutting for 178. Maybe on other people's skin, it's like awesome, but it's kind of gone very flat and skin scent like, which is 178. Very disappointing. The name I expected, I don't know why, Ebony. To me, and the color looks like ebony. That's immediately what I thought. I'm dyslexic because I read the name Ebony. I can't pronounce that. I thought from the name it was going to have a raw material, which is in this, called Ebnol. And Ebnol smells of ebony, woody. It's very nice, actually. Doesn't really do much on its own, but in wood compounds, it's just really fantastic, actually. And that's right at the top of this formulation. And that's kind of what you're smelling. This is not sweet at all. I suppose it's quite nice. So I think this is like a smoky sandalwood fragrance. It's similar to Santal blush, as I've said, but with more oomph to it. On to my final thoughts. The first 2 marks are legal compliance. Yeah, I think it's a brilliant. Tom Ford is always really smart. Everything's safety assessed. Everything's legally compliant. Absolutely. You can just sort of tell they're very professional. Yeah, 2 out of 2. Next marks is the price. Oh dear. I don't really know how to feel about that. 178. I think it's better than the other ones, which are crazy priced, but it's quite flat, isn't it? But on me, I think it's all right for the price. 178. I would need to layer. If this was mine, I'd need to layer it, and this is perhaps what it'd be fantastic for. But for £178, you shouldn't be thinking about layering it, should you? You should sort of think it should be complete. Yeah, I'll give it a 2 to be generous. Next to marks the longevity projection. This is great, actually. So this is a really fantastic, long-lasting skin scent. But it doesn't have that projection, which I kind of want. So I'm going to give it a 1 out of 2 because it's, for my mind, lacking that monstrous projection. And do I like it? Not particularly overwhelmed. a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest with you. I love Tom Ford. I think it's why I started this, that, and that sort of Jaw one. That's kind of why I thought, I really want to do it. Maybe because it's my job full time, and I kind of don't know. It's a little bit disappointing, to be honest with you. How I'd improve upon this, I know exactly how I'd improve upon it. I would make it more projecting, more lively. And I would have smoked it out even more. And I would have smoked it out with something other than using black wood. I would have used something like the healing wood. That would have been fantastic in that. Smoked it out. Ambroxin, ambers. Oh, God, I would have made it monstrous. And I would have used this. To me, this is be good to layer. To me, this would be good under the oud wood. So kind of like if you're using the oud wood and it's not lasting, apply this first and the oud wood over the top. That's how I would use it. But on its own, I think it's a little bit lackluster and a little bit incomplete, which is so sad, I feel, to be honest with you. I'm going to mark this a 7 out of 10. I think it's all right. So I hope you loved that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating, interesting content. Lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance reviews. I hope you're staying safe and well, and I'll see you soon.